Weekend. We think we're smarter than you. Here are our weekly picks. We've been last week, it's a good thing we didn't have a show because I only got 5 right. I was terrible last week.
Did you pick last week?
Yeah, we didn't have the show, but I still made my picks and they were
That's
awful.
his excuse for not doing it, right?
That's exactly right. Anyway, so we'll start off with the Toilet Bowl, Jacksonville at Tennessee,
Toilet Bowl 2.
which is, it seems like they have this during the World Series because they just don't even care. They're like, we're not going to go up against the World Series, especially.
Hey, I bet more people watched the opening night than World Series last night. I'm kidding, obviously.
Well, I mean, I was watching baseball.
Who's the World Series game 1 on a Tuesday night?
Yeah. They don't want to compete with football at all.
I guess. Okay, Jacksonville heading up to Tennessee. Thursday night football. Color Rush redo.
Boo.
How do you feel about the mustard jerseys? The Dijon mustard jerseys?
I think
with like the weird sweat stain looking thing?
Yeah, Jacksonville's uniforms are atrocious. And
the multicolored helmet's the worst part.
And then
the two tones.
It's ugly.
And then the Titans, they look like taffy. Like they're just
they're blue. It's too
taffy.
blue.
It looks
There's
like
no definition.
All right, so we got Jacksonville or
Tennessee is a 3-point favorite.
favorite.
I'm taking Tennessee. I think they're a better team. They're at home on a short week. Jacksonville came off a really disappointing game against my Raiders. Their offense looked horrible. Allen Robinson and Allen Hurns didn't get involved at all. Their running game was sporadic. Tennessee at home.
I'll second that. Like the home teams on Thursday nights usually play real well.
Tennessee's a better
home team. It is, yeah. All 3 of us. It's a
sweep.
So we're gonna get that.
So
wrong.
Jacksonville's gonna win by 53. Washington heading to Cincinnati.
Actually, this game is in London.
Oh, my mistake. It is. Why do they do that?
Because they want to grow our game, just like soccer has kind of exploded here, maybe.
Yeah, you could go do a
It
Pro
makes
Bowl.
sense.
How about a Pro Bowl in London?
How many games are
People
there?
show up.
We want to send them good things.
Yeah, that's why Jacksonville goes there.
No, what I'm saying is like Washington, Cincinnati is the best thing we've sent them.
Probably.
Probably
That's probably true.
Yeah.
And even though they're both teams that are kind of in that medium tier, we thought Cincinnati was going to be better. These are both playoff teams from last year. And then Cincinnati's favored by 3. Give me Washington and the points.
Gross. This game, you wouldn't want to be the home team going to London.
We are the home team down in Mexico City this year against Houston. And
You ever notice
That's
it's always
terrible.
like loser owners, like Paul Brown in Cincinnati,
Oh, yeah, they
Jacksonville, like Oakland. Yeah.
You don't want to be the home team on those games. It's just terrible. Anyway, I think I take Cincinnati and the points.
The home team.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna
That's
take
true.
Cincinnati. I am tempted by the points with Washington. I think they're pretty similar teams. Washington's really inconsistent for me. Cincinnati's offense just hasn't been punching the ball in the end zone. However, the return of Tyler Eifert, maybe it makes a difference, maybe it doesn't. I'm taking Cincinnati.
So Kansas City at Indianapolis. This game should be good.
Charlie check down against the neckbeard.
This game's closer than I thought it'd be.
Right.
Kansas City is a 2.5-point favorite on the road in Indianapolis, and I'm taking Kansas City because they are trending up, and who knows what's going on with Indianapolis. They're horrible.
Defense.
Their offensive line, it did play better this last week, but all season it's been just Swiss cheese. I'm taking Kansas City. They're a really hot team, kind of like they were last year, getting healthy. And just pounding the ball and people playing good defense. Kansas City on the road.
Give me Indy. Kansas City on the road, not very good. They barely hung on to beat a Saints team that plays almost as bad defense as the Colts. I feel like Andrew Luck is trending upward, and Kansas City's inconsistency. Give me Indy and the points. A home dog. Give me them. I'll take it.
You know what? I hate agreeing with Peter, but I agree with Peter.
That means
for
I'm
different
right.
reasons. The reason I agree with Peter this time is a gut thing that I don't want Kansas City to win, so I'm going to go ahead and take Indianapolis with the points.
Well, that shows me who you'll pick in this next game. Oakland staying
In Florida.
on the East Coast.
No,
They
I
stayed
would
there
not
all
do
week. We played in Jacksonville last week and had opted to stay there as opposed to flying all the way back across the country twice. At Tampa Bay, Tampa Bay is a 1.5 point favorite at home, and obviously I'm taking Oakland. I think we're a better team. Tampa Bay doesn't scare me. Their running game's gotten more involved with Jaquez Rogers, 5'6" little dynamo over there. And our defense has been pretty shaky. However, I think we have more offensive firepower, and I'm taking Oakland on the road in a pretty decisive win.
I disagree, and this is the reason. What's Oakland's record?
5-2.
I know, and they're 5-0 on the road. Is that correct?
We're,
They're 4-0 on the
I
road.
think we're 4-0 on the road. I
4-0
could
on
be
the
mistaken. We lost to Atlanta at home. We lost to who's our other loss?
Kansas
Find
City.
out for you here, Chance.
Kansas City. Yep, I think we're 1-2 at home and 4-0 on the road.
Yeah. Okay. Because the Raiders are not a
Gotta
perfect
balance
team.
itself out, right?
It's got the law of averages say that they have to drop one of these games in Florida because they've been playing over there a lot. It
It's
seems.
been liking Tampa Bay this year as the letdown game.
I do, and I was wrong about the Denver in the letdown game, but I mean, I just Tampa's in a bad division because the Falcons are showing us what they really are. I think Tampa has a team that's good enough to win a bad division, and yeah,
Is
right.
this a prediction? You think Tampa Bay is going to win this division?
No, I didn't say that, but I think it's not close because the Falcons are dumb and going for it on their minus half of the field
Yeah,
in overtime, choking that lead away. What's going to happen is the Falcons always start hot and then they fade
Look at
fast.
last year where
Yep.
they were undefeated.
And all Tampa's doing is winning ugly. They beat the tar out of the Niners when they were down early. Give me Tampa for the home team minus the 1.5.
I'd love to jump on your bandwagon, but I cannot because I think Oakland's going to win this game.
Oh boy.
Ugh, it's almost like pain
Say it.
coming out of my mouth. But anyway,
Say we're good.
no, I won't do that.
Say we're the top team in the division because we currently
You
are.
guys are going to finish third in the division. That's my prediction.
The Seahawks traveling to New Orleans to play the Saints. The Seahawks are road favorites, 2.5 points. This line seems a little too short for me.
I agree.
They're begging you to take the Saints, begging you. So
I'm going to do it. I'm going to take the Saints.
Really?
Yeah,
Because-
they're at home.
because
And
Seattle
because Seattle's
is Seattle is what is it?
Rubbish.
Rubbish.
We just need Brock Osweiler to play for Seattle, and he'll come up with a whole new
You know
word.
what? Out of his rubbish takes, Brock Osweiler.
Well, we
was
all knew
rubbish.
Brock
We knew
Osweiler
that,
was rubbish.
But Carolina rubbish.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah, he's batting 677 as rubbish picks.
I'm taking New Orleans.
667. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I was a little
667.
confused.
Seven,
I'm sorry,
did
yeah.
you say 767?
I said 677.
Oh, 67.
Regardless,
Regardless.
taking New Orleans.
New Orleans.
I'm gonna take Seattle. They had a really disappointing offensive outing against Arizona this last week. Their offensive line was as bad as the Colts.
That game, that was
an
was
interesting
awful.
game.
That was just awful.
They're a better team than that. They're probably a top 5 team in the league. They're going to handle New Orleans on the road. New Orleans is not a good football team. Their offense is explosive early, and then they kind of dissipate Seattle.
You know what I was thinking in that Sunday night game when Hauschka missed that kick? I was thinking of Blair Walsh.
Really?
I was just like, oh, come on. Like,
Yeah.
anyway.
How awful.
I could have made that kick.
Only field goals in the game.
But listen,
Only field
why?
goals,
What I
and
don't
then the
understand
kickers lose
is
games.
Cam Chancellor did it, and then who was
Bobby Wagner.
Bobby Wagner did it. Why doesn't every team practice that thing and just jump over guys and block kicks?
Seriously.
Because it was in Ken Zero's head. Even though he didn't get there, he saw him and he was like,
Well, he blocked it earlier in the.
But
Blocked
okay,
it the
you
first
know how
time
I
he
said
tried, yeah.
the NFL doesn't make any sense?
Yes.
Okay.
So you're
And so, no, I'm not, because that only works half the time. Which is just what betting is, it's half the time. So give me Seattle. It doesn't make any
you
sense.
can make your argument work any way you
It
want.
doesn't.
It's just like,
It
what
fits
up?
perfectly. It doesn't make any
Only
sense.
half the time. So these 5
Yeah,
games,
no,
I'm
because
going to take the
I was
opposite line.
taking Denver in the weird picks, and I'd get the Denver one right, and then the Patriot one so wrong, and then it doesn't make sense. It's all
Because
you might as well
I think
flip a
you're-
coin
I
because
think
that's
you're
about
putting
how
too
right
much
we are.
emphasis on
Anyway,
the parody. Anyways,
You took Seattle?
Yes.
Okay. Detroit traveling to Houston. They are. Houston is home favorites by 2.5 points.
2.5 points.
It's interesting.
I'm gonna
That's not interesting. You want to go first?
I'm going to take Detroit in the points. I just don't trust Houston. I know that they had a rough outing in Denver. Everyone has a rough outing in Denver on the road. Brock didn't look good. But Detroit's pending upwards for me. Their pass rush is looking a lot better. Have some really unknown guys stepping up. Ziggy Ansah looks healthy. He's top 5 pass rusher when he is. taking Detroit in the arm of Matt Stafford.
You know, Houston completely. They don't make any sense to me, but this is a game they win. They win home games against mediocre teams.
I love your
No, but they do. They
wonderful insight.
They don't. This team is a Jekyll and Hyde team. When Brock Osweiler isn't asked to do much, they win, and he's not going to be asked to do that much against this Detroit team.
I think you're wrong.
It's
I think
in
Detroit's
Houston.
gonna score a lot of
Detroit
points.
is not very good. The game. Listen, the game at halftime, I think in the Redskins game was like 3-3 or 6-3.
Oh,
or
yeah.
10-3.
I think it was
Very
3-3.
low scoring. Houston's defense is way better than the Redskins, so there is a little bit of knowledge
Sure.
behind this pick. Give me Houston minus the 2.5.
Ugh. I'm taking Detroit. I don't have any faith in Houston. I know that's what you said just a minute ago, but Brock Osweiler is
He's
rubbish.
rubbish.
All right.
Jets at Cleveland. Cleveland's are 3-point dogs at home. This one's hard for me. I'm going to let you guys start it off on this
Okay.
one because I have some insight.
All right, so no Gino, which is good, and the Beardo's feelings were hurt. He doesn't.
Did you hear his-
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
His little wow. I've been loving Cleveland getting.
I know.
points at home.
You've been waiting. You've been
I
picking
have
them.
been. I've been on them, and I've been right most of the time. It feels like.
They're
Maybe.
0-7.
I know they're 0-7, but against the spread, they're like.
Oh,
like
yeah,
4-3
yeah,
or
that's
something
right.
like that. But let's forget all that. Give me the Jets. I think. Give me the Jets big.
Let's say all this crap and then go with something completely different.
Okay, David. How about you?
I won you guys. I beat you guys 2 weeks ago. I won you guys.
What are they? 0-7.
0-7 and
0-7.
2-5.
Yeah.
I think they're going to stay 0 a lot.
0 and a lot.
0 a lot. So
That would
I
be
am going to
0-8.
take the Jets. What's
I
that?
said that would be 0-8, but yes.
0 and a lot.
I don't want to make it a sweep, but I think I'm going to have to. The Jets are a more talented football team than Cleveland. Their front seven on defense is really good. Good defensive line.
And who's playing quarterback at Cleveland?
Seriously,
Hogan?
I think it is Hogan.
Ugh.
He said he has to take them, so that means we're all going to be wrong.
Yeah, watch it. No, the Jets are going to win this football game. They're a better team. They're not a great team, but they're a better team than Cleveland.
All right, the Patriots travel to Buffalo in revenge mode.
You already know who I'm going to pick.
Yes.
I think I picked them every single week this year. New England on the road.
This could be 11, and I would still pick New England in revenge
Yeah.
mode.
Same. Couldn't agree more. They're going to come out and I think thoroughly wipe the floor with the Bills.
You
They're
think
going to
so?
make Rex Ryan look like Rex Ryan.
I'm going to take Buffalo, just for the fun of it. Yeah.
So they looked good last week against the Dolphins.
They got destroyed. Jay Ajayi.
The Dolphins
ripped
at
them
home
a
are
new
an
one.
interesting team.
Remember when I told you J.J. stunk?
Do you remember when I told you Jay Ajayi was good?
He's
Say it to the
not
people
this.
here.
He's not O.J. Simpson good.
I never said he was O.J.
No,
Simpson
but
good.
he's putting up 200 yards
Peter,
back to back.
Let's have this discussion.
He's not.
At the
good.
beginning of the year, I
He's
asked
not
Peter in fantasy terms, who's the more valuable asset in Miami, whether it be Arian Foster or Jay Ajayi, or Damian Williams or whoever else they throw out on a weekly basis. He was adamant that Arian Foster is the only back worth owning there.
Right.
And I took the complete
I was
opposite
right
stance.
until Foster
The
got hurt.
complete opposite stance, saying Jay Ajayi is a good running
And that's
back.
why you had J.J. on your team.
I tried to draft him.
Wrong.
I tried.
No, and he was out there in the free
No,
market
he wasn't.
for
He
weeks.
was not. I will look.
You are
he was
We
not-
gotta move. We
Nope.
gotta keep moving.
weeks.
Move us along.
Anyway,
baby.
all right, Arizona at Carolina in a rematch of the NFC Championship game. Two teams, the Arizona's 3-3-1, Carolina is 1 in a million.
To clarify,
Will
Jay
this
Ajayi
game-
has not been released. He has been owned by Chris West the entire
Oh.
season, which I
Okay.
told you, because otherwise I would have picked him up.
He stinks.
He's on my watch list.
J.J. stinks.
Oh yeah,
He does.
obviously.
He does.
Wait a
Obviously.
minute. This Arizona game, do you think this game's going to get over 3? It has to, right?
Oh, obviously. That game was a fluke. Things happen. I'm back.
That was-
NFL is weird.
It is. It is.
Fella
weird.
is weird.
Okay. Carolina is favored by 3 points at home. I'm taking Arizona on the road. They're a better football team. Peter disagrees, but they're a better football team.
I don't like Arizona traveling to Carolina. Carolina coming off the bye, healthy. They're going to want some kind of pride in that team. Cam's going to go off.
Where's the revenge from last
There's no revenge
last
because Carolina
season's
won.
NFC Championship game? I'm saying for Arizona.
Oh, for Arizona. Arizona's got a big pile of problems. They can't score the ball, even though they're I don't understand
Yeah,
why
that's
you don't give the ball to David Johnson 1,000 times. Just that guy is
He should
awesome.
get 4. Guess who? Remember when we were
Yeah,
talking?
you said that.
Okay.
I wasn't. Listen,
This
there
is-
are running backs that are good for 8 games and then they completely flatten out.
It's gonna
He
be
was
a-
good for 8 games
it's gonna
last
be a
year, but I didn't
60-minute
buy it.
game.
I'm sorry.
I know.
Let's keep going.
David.
I'm going to take Arizona in this game.
Okay.
Guys,
I think
you were
Carolina
correct.
is rubbish. As I've said before, I'll take the
Rubbish.
San Diego. I want to finish this one. So San Diego going to Denver.
I'll remind you who chose San Diego to win the game on Thursday night a couple weeks ago. It was
Good
this
job.
guy, and
Can
guess
we
what?
also be reminded
They
of,
did.
Can we also be reminded of who won the week that picks that one?
I don't recall.
Peter.
I do.
Peter.
I was first,
followed by
he was
me,
second, and he
Nathaniel
was.
third.
Go ahead. You reminded us, so I wanted to remind you.
I'm actually leaning a little towards Denver, but kind of out of spite, I'm choosing San Diego. San Diego is a scrappy football team, and like I said.
I
Five
picked
points.
your Raiders.
You're getting 5.5 points too.
That's what I was going to say.
I picked your Raiders. This is how you were picking?
Yeah, we're playing Tampa Bay. Anyways, San Diego on the road. It's going to be a tough game. It's really hard to play in Denver, especially with that defense, the crowd. I'm taking San Diego and the points. Come on, Phillip Rivers, knock him down a peg.
Am I wrong that I love Denver's blue uniforms way better than the orange?
The
They wore their blue ones on
I like the
Monday
blue.
night. I
Yeah.
love those. I don't know why they.
You
I love them.
what?
They're
like,
so much
like
better
Not
than
even
the
like
orange.
compared to Bronco jerseys, which are the
Yeah,
trashiest.
no,
jerseys
compared to
in the
Bronco
league.
jerseys.
Okay.
Compared to Bronco.
I was gonna
It's
say,
my
those are
favorite
horrible
Bronco jerseys. The
jerseys.
color rush ones look
Those-
like college. They look like a college.
I thought they were the
kid.
Cleveland Browns. I was like, why are the Browns?
But
I want to hear David's take on
give me
this
Broncos. Give me Broncos and
Okay.
minus the 5.5. I think this is
I'm
a beatdown.
Definitely
revenge
taking
mode.
the Broncos. It's going to be a defensive game.
Have you picked
It's-
against the Broncos
no.
this year?
No,
Are you going to?
no,
Probably.
Even when you play New England?
no, not at home. We're playing New England at home.
What do you think about the Bronco jerseys?
The color rush. I liked the helmets.
Oh,
I liked the helmets. I liked the stripe on top. I didn't really like all the orange. It was a lot
A lot of orange.
of orange.
Just
Anyhow,
Packers traveling to Atlanta. Atlanta favored by 3. Aaron Rodgers. I was right about him, and you guys still. I don't know what your
did
takes
you
are.
watch last week's game? You were right about him. His receivers, the guys are right on him. He's throwing dots and dimes.
The Bears.
It's fair. Good rebuttal.
Anyway, this is bad
The
defense.
Bears.
Aaron Rodgers is probably going to look okay in this game because Atlanta's defense is atrocious. What do you think, Dave?
I'm taking Green Bay.
On the road in Atlanta.
I am. Yes, I think they're going to score more points.
Who did you take it now?
I'm going to take the Packers because Atlanta's falling apart.
I am also going to take the Packers. I think it's
Oh,
going to be a
Bye week
shootout.
too.
Yeah. I like Ty Montgomery. I mean, not as a true running back, but as a scat back coming out of the backfield. I don't know. I think
He is scat. That's all he is.
Yeah. I think You're just jealous the Vikings don't have him.
I don't want.
Green Bay wins.
All right, Philadelphia going to Dallas.
This is going to be a good game.
It is. It's
Is
gonna
it?
be interesting. It's
You
the
don't think?
It's the two young guys.
Mm-hmm.
You got it's
Wentz and
the two
Wentz
guys
and
that are
Prescott.
trying for the no interceptions pass completion record,
He's already.
which they
He passed it.
He
Yeah.
broke it.
he
when
broke
threw
it.
a pick.
Yeah.
2 minutes later.
yeah. But no, these two guys were neck and neck for that. So,
Absolutely.
what do you think?
I'm taking Dallas at home. They're rolling, and I think they're just going to keep it rolling. Are they coming off a bye week? I feel
Dallas?
like they are.
Yes.
Yeah, I think they're going to keep it rolling, control the game on the ground. Philly's defensive line is phenomenal, and they're just scrappy. They're a scrappy football team, but I think Dallas is going to take care of the ball, grind out the clock like they've been doing all year. Dallas at home.
If Philadelphia plays like they did against Minnesota last week, Dallas will destroy them. They turned the ball over 4 times, 3 times in the
And
first
still
half.
won.
Yeah.
And Minnesota turned the ball over 4 times as well.
Yeah.
It was a weird kind of game where it was just awful. But for
So
for all of those reasons, give me the Eagles and the points.
Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Eagles as well. I think if they're gonna if they have to beat somebody.
I love how Nathaniel gets so frustrated by me.
It just.
I give you all these reasons and then go the other way.
I think you made me lose my train of thought. I think that the Eagles are gonna have to prove themselves against a pretty solid team at home.
Mhm.
They're gonna do that.
That's fair. I like the
I'll
Eagles.
take this one for obvious
Yeah.
reasons. Minnesota
Do we
Vikings.
even need to pick this game?
The Vikings travel to Chicago, where they rarely play well.
Monday night
They
game.
have
Don't. Okay, you're gonna
Listen.
set up the Bears and then knock them down.
who's playing quarterback for the Bears? First of all, do we know? Is
Matt
it
Barkley.
Gross?
I liked him at
Why?
USC.
See, what upsets me is the Vikings were only favored by I think 2 going to the Eagles, and that seemed way low. This number to me seems ridiculous low. Only favored by 5.5. I know it's Monday night. It's Halloween. Weird things happen on Halloween, especially in Chicago. But give me the Vikings minus 5.5.
I'm gonna go with Peter's plan, and this is gonna be an upset game.
It could be.
This is
I'm
gonna
very-
be- this-
I'm terrified.
It's
What?
Yeah.
Of
Yes.
the Bears.
If they were favored, they should be favored by 9.
It's Halloween. He's exactly right. It's the NFL. Weird things
But look,
happen.
They're even
Bears are
down
gonna
to
win this
4.5.
Bears are
in
gonna
some
win this
places.
game.
The Bears can't do anything.
Five
They
and a
can't
half.
even- they
I'm
can't
gonna,
run
I'm
the
gonna take
ball.
the Bears
They
and
can't.
the points.
They can't
Go.
throw the football. Good catch. They can't
That's extra.
defend the run. They can't defend the pass. Vikings in a landslide.
I hope so.
It's
Alright.
an outdoor game. Yeah. I'm not even. No, Vikings in a landslide. That's it.
All right, that concludes our picks for Week 8.
Oh, God.